Yeah.
But anyway, Trump floats possibility of compensation for January 6th rioters. President Donald Trump on Tuesday floated the possibility of financial compensation for people who were prosecuted for taking part in the riot at the Capitol in 2021. Speaking to Newsmax on Tuesday night, Trump said he had taken care of his supporters who attempted to overturn his 2020 election loss and added there is talk about compensating them. A lot of people that are in the government now talk about it because a lot of the people in government really like that group of people, he said, referring to the January 6th defendants, who he described as protesting peacefully and patriotically. Some of the free January 6th rioters and their advocates, such as Ed Martin, whom Trump appointed to be the top federal prosecutor in Washington, have long called for financial reparations for those who took part in the Capitol attack, many of whom subsequently spent time behind bars. The president also described himself as a big fan of Ashley Babbitt, who was shot and killed by a Capitol police officer as she attempted to climb through a shattered window into the speaker's lobby. Ashley Babbitt was a really good person who was a big MAGA fan, Trump fan. And she was innocently standing there, they say, trying to sort of hold back the crowd, Trump said, and a man did something to her that was unthinkable when he shot her. Asked whether he would take action against the officer who killed Babbitt and is still employed in the Capitol law enforcement, Trump said he would take a look at it. U.S. Capitol Police Lieutenant Michael Byrd was investigated by the Justice Department for shooting and cleared of any wrongdoing.
Man, hold on. So the video of Ashley Babbitt, they break the window because they want to get to Mike Pence. The Secret Service guys is defending Mike Pence because there's video of it. She jumps through the window. They're telling her to get back or he's going to shoot. She said, well, I'm going to keep going because, white privilege is a bitch. And then, so she jumps through the window, pow, gets popped in the neck. I watched her die on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching it with my cousin because we're at the house watching it with the family. January 6th, I'm on Twitter, watch her die, and they try to act like she's a hero. Nobody in there, but they want to give them compensation.
Capitol riot is what they call this. This is actually trying to just trying to usurp the country. You're trying to stop the transfer of power. You're trying to make it so that you are going to, let's hang Mike Pence. I mean, most riots, there's no real focus on let's kill a particular person. It's just let's mess up some property. That's what we're doing. We're protesting. It's Boston Tea Party. Throw the tea into the lake type of stuff pretty much. There's no like, hey, let's get this person right here and kill them. They're not looking for that.
Remember the Boston Tea Party, they got drunk and they knew they want to get in trouble for it, so they dressed up as natives. And went onto the boat and did it. But see, this whole thing, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Think about the people that try to overthrow the government, run it now. So why not pay them?
This is crazy, man. Like
this is the whole point they were trying to make. They're trying to overthrow the government to make this government. Now they have this government. They're like, hey, don't worry, we got you, brother. We're gonna pay you some money.
But what I'm saying is this is the more important thing is like when you're looking at it, they're trying to compensate these people for reparations. Think about that's a slap in the face to every person of color, black people, especially black people in this country who actually have real grounds for reparation. They're telling you that they know people deserve to be repaired for things when you wrong them. But these people were not wronged. These people tried to attack the capital of attack. They didn't try. They attacked the capital of the United States of America during a day where the transfer of power happens to stop the transfer of power, to put back into power someone who lost an election. What is that? What is that? That's treason. You know what I mean? Like it's treason.
They didn't even call it treason. That's what I'm saying. The Democrats went too light. They called it insurrection. No, it was treason.
No, they called it that because these people are not of a certain. They're of a certain hue. Yeah. They didn't knock them all down on where they stood because they're of a certain hue. That's why. And when I'm talking about hue, I'm talking about color. That's why. We all know that. Let that have been a group of black people. Let that have been a Mexicans. Let that have been Middle Easterns. That would have been called terrorism. Everything else was exactly what it was. That was terrorism. Those people were scared. They're all running for their lives, Democrat and Republican. You know what I mean? So let's not act like they weren't. They were getting the hell out of Dodge. You know what I mean? So let's be real.
And let me speak to my fellow African-American, foundational Black American ADOS. I need something to get through your skulls, and you're going to need to listen to this, and it's going to be hard to hear. Let me take off my glasses. You will never get a nickel of reparations in this country. They've had multiple times they could have gave you reparations. They've given the people of Holocaust survivors reparations, and that shit didn't even happen in America. The Japanese got reparations, all right? The Native Americans got reparations. Yo, black ass, you ain't getting shit, all right? The only reason people keep telling you you're getting reparations is because other black follower leaders want you to follow them and maybe donate to their cause. America will never give you reparations. And that's why this country is destroyed now. And I've said this too, because until America gives reparations and does right by the African Americans that are here, that are foundational in this country, it will continue to crumble. And as you see, ladies and gentlemen, where we're at as a country, message, game, point.